All right, so anyway, let's talk about, so you made an interesting point about the fact that this entire valley is kind of a microcosm.
Yep.
That what happens in here is kind of unique to here. So, so what, we got sparks coming out. So what were you talking about Incline Village?
Well, it was just a highly concentrated microcosm for observation of whatever the heck was going on.
Yeah.
And because people did have access to a lot of therapies and resources, they tried.
It's a very rich area.
Sure.
I mean, for the people that don't know, the richest of the Californians, they move to Malibu, and a lot of them have residences here.
Yeah, so every therapist, every practitioner, every supplement seller, I mean, they converged on us.
Because you have the money.
Right. So we had it all. If there was any crazy concept to try, it was here.
And so you saw people, personally, you watched them try to deal with the disease that they're going through, and they're going to try these various things. So what are some of the things that they tried that people may still try?
Oh.
So, I mean, let's go through it. I mean, go through, what about brain retraining? Did they try that back then?
Yeah, it went by a different name. This is great. The granddaddy of the brain retraining programs was called the Laughter Project.
Okay.
Where the idea is that if you can force yourself into a positive state of mind, that the endorphins and enzymes and hormones associated with happiness will come gushing out. Even if you don't really feel it, if you go through the motions of laughing, that the nerve impulses in your face would send a signal to your brain to release all these happiness chemicals.
Endorphins.
Yeah, and you would basically fake it until you make it. So
are we talking about Norman Vincent Peale's The Power of Positive Thinking in a repackaged way? Is that what you're talking about?
Pretty much.
That sounds a lot like what you're saying.
But they tried to put a scientific spin on it and say it's scientifically proven that all these positive endorphins and chemicals will affect your immune system in a good way, and this is how you should control your illness.
So people at the time tried this therapy. Wasn't called brain retraining at the time, but something very similar to it.
Well, it was called psychoneuroimmunology.
Okay, good enough. And so you experienced people that tried that.
You were supposed to use neuro-linguistic programming.
Sure, NLP. Still around till today?
Yeah, and with the Laughter Project, they actually threatened us, if you will, that if you're not laughing and going through the motions of being happy, that you don't seriously want to be well.
Oh, this is the power of positive thinking.
Yeah, you're not trying
exactly.
You're not trying to fake it hard.
The very same thing's happening in the Christian church movement, where they're trying the very same thing. It's that idea is pervasive through so many aspects of our society. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I was forced into one of these programs because literally, if you don't subject yourself to this is an indication that you don't want to be well and are probably creating your own illness by the negative power of your own mind.
Okay, that's exactly the thought. So what happened?
So I went through it with a group of people. In fact, I was in the first group of people going through the neuro-linguistic programming. Dr. Peterson selected a bunch of his prime patients and sent them to this experimental program. And we tried visual imaging and saying positive things and herb teas and cookies, and the cookies were good. That was
well, that was the positive piece.
Right, that was okay.
That's a very positive experience.
And we meditated and tried to calm ourselves and get rid of those nasty fight or flight emotions and the whole thing. And at the end of this program, they asked, well, what did people think of it? And a bunch of them said, oh yes, I'm much better now. This has really made a definite impact. And I go, that's funny, you don't look any better to me. So we left and got out in front of this doctor's office where we were doing these experiments, and I started asking people, did it really help? Did it affect your illness in any way? I mean, can you walk now? Can you breathe better? Do you feel less pain? What did it do for you? And they go, nothing.
So
and I go, but wait a minute, in there you said it helped. Why did you say that if you didn't mean it? I go, well, it doesn't do any harm. it allows, they're trying so hard to help. What does it hurt to let them think that it did? So, because now they believe it that it
did.
helped.
Yeah.
And so they're going to do it to other people on the basis that it helped.
Well, you were the test group.
When it helped nobody.
Well, that's sad to hear. How about this idea of, did they try because a lot of people have tried to convince us with our daughter to do something that's called desensitization, where the idea behind it is not that your body